Say sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So, dear Dhamma friends, when it comes to our everyday life, one of the major thing is the restlessness that we dealing every day. So, when it comes to restlessness, there are two kind of restlessness: physical restlessness and the psychological restlessness, physical and mental. So for the physical restlessness, we are addicted to being busy, and it is your responsibility somehow find little time and find a gap in between the in day-to-day activities. Because when you have this physical rest, and it deeply help for you to settle down with the mental rest. And just having physical rest doesn't mean you're going to get the mental rest, but it is necessary that you have to have this physical rest, because mostly we addicted to do things. So especially when you practice meditation, then remember, somehow try to find a gap in between your actions, and don't try to keep a continuation of your action. Even that you have every day certain things, try to moderate your physical actions. So that will help for you to develop some kind of awareness even within that actions. Otherwise, when you become busy and when you just become kind of machines with the physical actions, the one of the things happening is you lose the awareness with the actions, and the mind start to becomes something else separate from you. When the body itself become settle down with the physical actions again and again and again, when it become addicted to that physical actions, when the mind come out of the moment, the mind start to go its own way, because the mind doesn't care about the body anymore. The mind knows that you are comfortable with the action and then you go with it. So then you have to be very careful when you settle down with the physical actions. Always it should be mindful. So there cannot be any physical action you develop without becoming mindful. So to get into that level, important thing is slow down and finding certain gap in between actions. Don't keep a continuation. Don't keep a continuation. So, and develop certain moderation. So that way, little by little, and you can come out of this physical, the restlessness. And also mental restlessness. We always have thoughts in our mind. We always have chattering, comments, conversations, interfering mentally with everything around us. So that develops the restlessness inside us. So mainly in the tranquility state of meditation, what it does, it helps to slowly bring down that restlessness, and it to develop that little by little yourself. You have to develop the Srutame Jnana. Srutame Jnana is one of the main practice when you go towards the wisdom. Srutame Jnana, Chintame Jnana, Bhavaname Jnana. So the Srutame Jnana means it's kind of like ability to listen or art of listening. The major part in this art of listening, it helped you to develop the mind, and it helped you to find the gap and rescue your mind from this restlessness. So how it happened? So because normally when we hear things, we see kind of continuation. We don't see in the middle, there is a break, there is a gap. So when you have a conversation, when you don't develop the art of listening, and when you hear the right away, you have answers inside you. So that is the arguments come. And when the both start to talk and regarding something and no one listening, and but everybody think, the both people think they are listening, but no one listening. So the listening part come when you create the gap in between the conversation. If you very clearly hear what other person tells, and there is no way you develop arguments. But mostly when we in day-to-day life, in ordinary life, mostly when we have a conversation, we mostly think, oh, I hear what other person tell, I understand. And sometimes even before that other person talk, and we come to a idea and tell that regarding other person, and then this restlessness become more higher. So to bring it down, calm down, very important thing is start to find the gap. So if you develop this continuation inside, this inner chattering inside you, and maybe even you're not going to listen to your own mind, so then how you can do this? So as example, when you observe inhalation, exhalation, in between inhalation, exhalation, there is a gap. If you're able to do it, just try to observe it a little bit and recognize and try to focus your mind to that gap and see, then you see it. And that will help to slow down your mind a little bit. And when somebody talk and start to without interfering to that, start to accept it and let it receive. And so shut down your inner chattering. So little by little you have to practice it, otherwise it's not going to happen. And even for your children, for your young children, because they go with the machines and technology, and sometimes they texting so fast, and it's kind of like that inner chattering becomes so faster than this outer chat that you have with the person. So that's why sometimes you reply before even the other person reply to you, or even other person read your message, you send the next message to that person. Why? Because inner chattering so fast. But try, if you bring it down little by little, slow down, what is happening in the deeper, in the middle, the awareness, and not only the awareness, the recognition arise, understanding arise. You need the gap to arise the understand. It seems like a tree. When you plant a tree, to grow that tree, it needs space. Without space, that tree cannot grow. So same thing, when you don't have the gap in between the words that you listening, if you don't create the gap, understanding never going to happen. Remember that very carefully. And so Shrutame Jnana is, that's why it is the foundation for the wisdom, path of the wisdom. So in the Shrutame Jnana, what it does, it creates a gap in between the words. It creates the gap in between the listening and reacting. So it is the kind of well-disciplined practice. So that discipline, if you develop little by little, and naturally you come out of the restlessness. So this mental inner chattering, or the inner conversation, this inner restlessness, and that itself bring the comfort to yourself to be who you are and settle down with your mind. And it itself, that rest, that comfort will show you even your own mind. So when it comes to meditation and the wisdom path, one of the best ability is the miracle or the result that you can gain seeing your own thoughts yourself. So getting to that level, moment by moment, how you have to develop, start to shut down this inner chattering every day with little thing. And don't spend so much time on the outside things, and look ourselves in day-to-day life, how much times we spend for this unnecessary thing sometimes. For games, watching games, and if you spend so much time, and sometimes that all the inner chattering that you had with that all the games, where today? It's all gone. It's all unnecessary that you spend. And how about you just that settle down yourself and slowly break it down, and if you take out your mind from that all this unnecessary that involvement, that involving with this the outside worlds, and see that when how many movies you watch in your life, there's nothing wrong with it, but finally you have to see the what is the outcome came to you. Are you develop the listening? Are you develop inner chattering with it? Or how much music you listen? It is the energy that you spend. So what is the benefit that you get out of it? So because this is very life, are you develop kind of like a wisdom out of it? Are you develop your inner chattering? Because the listening music is art. Well, I see this every key. So whatever the sound that there is a gap. So if you cannot recognize that gap, you cannot enjoy, you cannot recognize the music. But if you have that inner chattering with it, you just surface level, you just go with the sound. You never understand what is the music. So to get into the music, you have to, so if you study the music, you know, the mainly when you go with the key, with any tools, the important thing is the gap, the silence part, not the sound part. Then according to the silence part that you create, the whatever the outcome going to become different. So the same thing with ourselves. Rather than developing this, the sound inside us, according to the gap we create, the silence is going to change our outcome. So then, and the how much food that we ate and put it to ourselves, and so what is the outcome? And now you have knowledge and wisdom to understand not what you ate going to build our life, and it going to sometimes decide what we don't eat and change our life. So same like the gap is finding the gap in between our actions is very important. And when it come to people also the same. And sometimes now you recognizing the people who we associate, and at the same way, the people we don't associate also create our life. So like that. And the thought also, not the thoughts that we thinking, and what kind of thoughts you don't think also create your life. So if you recognize that, and whatever the gap that you create can change your life, that your this inner restlessness going to go away. Why? Because knowingly or unknowingly sometimes we get into situations and we get into life and we creating things and believing it is necessary for us, but it is unnecessary. We condition to go with this all the situations in this life, and we think it is necessary for us, but if you look very carefully, it is unnecessary. So then remember to find the gap, and then always, especially with the physical and the mental. So if you keep that gap, and it will help to find this kind of like a rest in between that gap. That rest, if you able to increase little by little, that restlessness going to disappear and you gain the rest. That rest is the beginning of the wisdom. So remember that, not the busyness, not the being multitasking, and not doing many things and or that going with everything. No, just settle down yourself and find the calmness and finding the gap in between this each and every action, and finding the gap even in between the words by words will lead you to deeper recognition. Because in the vipassana level, the finding the gap in between the, this is something that maybe you cannot understand maybe today. In the vipassana level, the very key point is finding the gap in between the sensations and feelings and awareness is the key to attain to enlightenment. So then yourself, how you can start this path? Little by little, start to find the gap in between your words, and when you go to people and mind your gap. And when you have a conversation, keep your gap. And wherever you go, whatever you do, and remember to, and even especially when the conversations happens, in between the words, keep the gap. When you listening to music, keep the gap. And when you watch the movie, keep the gap. And when you eat, keep the gap. And when you with the people, and keep the gap. And when you think, keep the gap. And stay in that gap and see how far you can maintain that gap. And that way you will see. In that gap, you allow your wisdom to arise, your awareness to arise. There you will see something better than that, the conversation, or better than that music, or better than the movie that trying to tell you, or better than the people you associate, or better than the thoughts it come. There is something you can see. So with that, there were two monks in temple, and every day they go to end of the day, in the evening, they go to close by, there is a river, they go to that river and wash this all the dishes. So then one day these two monks went to river and start washing their dishes. And then there was one monk saw there was a Scorpio caught in the current and keep going. And the Scorpio struggling to come out of the water. So the monk put his hand and took the Scorpio. And right away, the Scorpio bite the monk's hand. And then other monk was watching and, what you doing? What you doing? Don't touch. So the monk that put the Scorpio in the ground and start to wash the dishes. And then he saw again, then again this Scorpio fell down to water and then came with the current, and the monk again took the Scorpio and put out of the water. So this happened 3 times. And the monks keep doing, and at the same, every time this Scorpio bite the monk. So other monk was watching and asked, why you do this? This animal very dangerous. Don't touch it, and it is harmful. So this monk told, that is the nature of that animal, and biting or not. But this is my nature to rescue. But then this monk asked, this other monk told, but 3 times that Scorpio bite you. Then this monk told, I don't know how many times, but I know only what I did. See, that is what, when you find that when you see the gap. So other monk saw 3 times, but this monk didn't count to his what he did. And he focused to the intention of his action. So like that in our life, mostly when we do good things, sometimes look how many things we count in life. But if you look for the gap and if you stay with the awareness, and it doesn't matter, you can go for 100 times, even each and every time going to become a new, fresh moment. That is the Vipassana level of awareness. So with that, I bless upon everyone with this good practice. May all of you be well, happy and peaceful. May no harm come to you. May no difficulties come to you. May no problems come to you. May you also have the patient courage, understanding and determination to meet and overcome inevitable difficulties in your life. During this time period, may everyone stay healthy and safe. And finally, may all of you attain supreme bliss of Nibbana. Sabbityo vajjantu sabbarogo vinasatu mate bhavatvantarayo sukhi digayuko bhava. Ettavata ammehi sampadam punya sampadam sabbe deva numodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Sabbe bhuta numodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Sabbe satta numodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Itam me punya kammang asavakkaya vahang hotu. Sabba dukkha pamuncatu. Bless you.